And then when I exit Paintbrush, I get a message asking me if I should update the embedded object. I'll say yes, and then we'll see that that document is changed right away. This works for objects of all type, and in fact it's the key way that people will build voice messages into their documents, or put in animations, or put in specialized things that people want to add into applications. In the case of the word processor, something like a mathematic formula handling package can hook in this way and be almost seamlessly integrated into the word processor itself. This will create immense opportunities for innovative software companies to either provide new features or niche features that the mainline application doesn't ship with. Well, in this document, I'm not using a true type font right now. So if I go in and change the size of this font to be something fairly big, you can see that it doesn't look quite right. In fact, let me make it even bigger. So it's a very jaggy looking font, and if you print it out on that printer, it wouldn't be too good. Well, all I have to do to make this look good is choose one of the new fonts, true type font, and you can see that at any size this looks great. In fact, I can take that text and blow it up to some unusual size, like let's say 59 points, and immediately we go in and build those characters. And so all the work you've had to do to fool around with fonts in the past is completely eliminated. Another fun thing about Windows 3.1 is how it enables you to do better things with tools. This morning we announced our Visual Basic product, and one of the things I like about this is it makes it possible for me, even with my limited time, to do fun Windows programming. I wrote a little application here. It's a little calendar application that lets you move around and see different dates. But right now, let's add a couple of neat little features to that. The way to do that is to take this form, which is the user interface, just go over and click on a button and go and drag that down here. And now all I have to do to change the name of that is type in a little bit of text. Let's also create another button, so I'll click there again and then just put this right here on the form. And I'll call that Plan B. Now in the past, pulling together a nice looking form like this in the code was quite complex. But in this tool, all I do is double click on the button and I get up a little window that lets me type in some simple code that will be executed when you click on that button. I'm using a macro to type that in so I don't make a typing mistake. Okay, there we have a nice little thing we call Plan A. Let's close that down and put some code behind this. And in this case, we'll also change some of the calendar display when this button is clicked on. Now all we have to do to test out that code and see if it works is to give the run command, and it's compiled up very, very quickly, and here we can see the application is running. If we want to move forward month by month, we just click here, or move back, or move forward a year at a time, or move back a year at a time, or move it back to today's date. So that's pretty simple stuff. These new little buttons I've added, though, give us a really unique feature. Right now, the holidays and weekends are displayed in a nice gray color, like we see Memorial Day right there. If you want to have a really hard work schedule, you just click on this Plan A button, and immediately all the weekends and even the holidays are turned into work days. And if you really, really fall behind, you click here on Plan B, and somehow we've added these unusual days. It should let software developers get more stuff done. Well, I'm real excited about Windows 3.1. How do you think it looks? Of course, that's not the only thing we're doing to improve Windows and extend its reach. There's a number of other exciting things, including what we're doing in the area of PEM Windows. We're actually showing this down on the floor, and I think you'll find that it's really a change in how you think of computers. You can take a computer anywhere, into a meeting, out into the field, and you get the immediacy of writing right there on the screen. If you cross something out, it's deleted. If you scribble in some handwriting, it can either be preserved as an annotation or it can be recognized and converted into text. We have over 20 hardware manufacturers who will be shipping machines sometime early next year that work on this basis. And I don't think they'll be much more expensive than the portable machines that we're seeing today. We also can run all of today's Windows applications, and they're even enabled to support gestures and handwriting input. We also allow developers who want to build applications that require the pen and are what we call pen-centric to be written in this pen Windows environment. I think it's going to lead to lots more PCs being used in ways that they hadn't before. Another area of expansion is into this area of multimedia. This means supporting sound. It means supporting animations. It also means supporting software that's shipped on a compact disk with its over 500 megabyte capacity. This is the type of media that we need in order to ship directories or training manuals or professional guides or encyclopedias in a single low-cost software item. And we've been working with hardware vendors and software vendors for a lot of years now to build the foundation for this advance. A leader in this has been Tandy Corporation, who just last week announced a whole line of multimedia PCs, including using the special logo that the Multimedia PC Council created to identify machines that follow our multimedia specification. All of these machines are down on the floor being used to demonstrate advanced multimedia applications. The key thing in this arena are the applications that not only software developers but also publishing companies are starting to build. These are quite different than the applications we've seen to date. And as hundreds and hundreds of those are developed, the features of the multimedia PC will move in and become mainstream features of all desktop PCs. We've also been doing some work on the kernel portion of the Windows product. We've been rewriting it to be full 32-bit. This means that none of the 16-bit history is built into this system. It's a very secure and high-efficiency system that preserves compatibility with all of today's applications. So we have multi-threading, we have the ability to support multiple processors, which would be particularly useful on a server, but eventually might be handy on the desktop as well. We add advanced security features, and we also, for the first time, allow Windows to move on to different architectures. And although we don't expect these machines to comprise a large amount of volume in the years ahead of us, we think there are important ways that customers may want to use RISC machines. And being able to leverage their development onto those machines just makes it that much easier to work in the Windows environment. Our strategy for Windows is a very comprehensive one. It's to take ranging from the low-end machine at the notebook up to the super server to cover all of those things. And all the Windows applications run across this entire family. Well, what's the reason that we're doing all this? Well, last fall, in my Comdex keynote, I enunciated our vision for the 1990s. And that's this idea of the personal computer becoming the information appliance, allowing for information at your fingertips. This is going to be a very challenging vision to achieve, and it's going to require the entire industry working together, working to build integrated applications, working to integrate networking pieces together, allowing access to existing databases, and making it easy to automate business-specific procedures. In the last year, we've made immense progress towards this vision, and we're very excited about the challenges ahead. Thank you.